Everybody. I wanted to put this video together to provide you a little bit more insight into the creation of one of our requirements, which is your wiki page. So hopefully this step-by-step video will kind of show you the purpose and the process to create your wiki for this class. So don't be intimidated by this technology if you have not used it before. It's actually pretty simple and pretty straightforward, and hopefully you'll have a really nice tool to study for your professional test at the conclusion of this course. So let's go ahead and just dive on in. Over here you'll see a tab that says wiki pages, and I'm going to switch. I'm in instructor mode, and so I'm going to switch to student mode just so that you can kind of see the same view that you're used to seeing. So let me switch over here, and that way you can get a better view. Okay, so this wiki pages tab, this is where your wikis are going to be housed. And so a wiki is just basically an editable place to put a lot of different information. You can collaborate on your own wiki, you can collaborate on other wikis. For this course, we're going to be working within our own wikis. And so the purpose of this, like I said before, is to create a place for you, like a repository, to organize information for your professional knowledge test. And so that's really the focus of this course, is to provide you with some review and some refreshers on the contents of that professional knowledge test. So the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to click the wiki pages, and you're going to find your own wiki in here. And here is mine. And so what you're going to do is, if you just click on your wiki, it's going to bring you to your page here. Or there's also an option for a drop down. Let's see if that works. And you can use the drop down menu and click open as well. So once you're in your wiki, the first time you access it, you obviously, my computer's running a little slow, so I apologize. Okay, there we go. Once you open it, yours is going to be blank. You're not going to have any of this. You're not going to have these pages over here. I just put these in here as an example for you of what yours are going to look like. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is click on Create Wiki Page. So this Create Wiki Page tab is within your wiki here. And so when you create this, when you click this tab, it's going to take you to a page in which you can create a page. So the way that your pages will all be listed over here. So every time you create a page, it's going to be listed over here. We're going to have one page for each competency within your professional knowledge exam. So every competency is going to have a page. So if you wanted to, the first thing that you could do is go through and let me pull up. I'm going to hop off of this page really quick, and let's go over here and look at test resources, and we'll jump back over here in just a minute so I can show you where everything is at. So test resources, you'll see over here within this test resource, here's PDFs of the framework for the elementary, and also PDFs for the for the secondary content. So you need to choose which one you are. If you're secondary, you're going to take the secondary professional knowledge test. If you're elementary, you're going to take the elementary. If you're early childhood, I don't think we have any early childhood in here. If we do, go ahead and email me, because your test is totally different. And for SPED, you get to choose if you want to take the elementary or secondary. To be honest with you, after looking at them, I don't see much difference between the two. So for SPED, you can either pick elementary or secondary depending on which area you think you're going to be working with most. So what you want to do is you want to pick which test, and then you can click here. So let's just go with elementary. This will take you to a link to the actual the professional knowledge elementary test. And then over here, because we're going to be working in domain 1 this week, click this domain 1 tab, and it's going to give you much more information about domain 1. So every competency, here's our 001, 002, 003, and you can see all the way over here through domain 2 and domain 3, there are a total of 10 competencies. So you're going to have 10 pages within your wiki. Every competency gets a page. So, but right now, this week, we're just dealing with domain 1, competency 001, 002, and 003. Okay, so now that we have those pulled up, we're going to create a page. Let's go back over here to our page, and I usually work in tabs, and so I have this tab open and I can flip back to this tab, and let's go back to our wiki. I'm going to go back down to my wiki and open that up. So you can see now how I have my first page that outlines competency 1, which correlates with this competency. I've added a second page over here, and again, I apologize, my computer is running a little slow, and here's competency 2, and then that's where I stopped because I want y'all to see what it looks like to start a page from the very beginning. So I know that now I have one more competency that I have to add here, 003. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add, I'm going to create a wiki page. The name is going to be competency and 003. Okay? Oh, I think I forgot a 0 over there. Or maybe I added too many. Okay, and then here is the competency, so you can copy and paste this one over there into the content, and then just submit. And it's working. Okay, and so here's my competency 3 page. So we have 3 pages that we can add content to. So my competency 1, 2, and 3. So let's go back to competency 1. Now that we have our pages built, now we want to start building a resource, like a study guide, an interactive study guide. Okay, so we want to go back and we want to read that competency 1, understand processes of human development, variations in student development, and how to apply this knowledge to provide instructional environments and experiences that promote all students' development and learning. So that is the focus of competency 1. To get a little bit more information, let's go back over to our NES profile. And we're going to click on competency 1 here, and it's going to give us some descriptive statements. So it's going to give us a whole lot more information on what competency 1 is going to be measuring. So you need to read through these descriptive statements. If you want to add these, I would recommend adding these descriptive statements. If you want to add them to your wiki, you're welcome to. So let's go over here, and I'm going to edit wiki content because I already have a page built. I'm going to edit this, and I'm just going to add it down here because it's good for me to be able to review back and when I start studying. Okay. So now that I have my competency statement and I have my descriptive statements, I'm able to read through these. And so at this point, what I want you to do is I want you to add strengths, and you can be as creative and artistic and everything as you want. I want you to write strengths of 0001. Okay, and I want you to, after you review these, I want you to tell me what your strengths are in this competency. Maybe you have a master's degree in social work, and so those are some of your strengths in recognizing the milestones of these of early childhood through elementary years. Or maybe you just took a human growth and development class that's going to prepare you for some of these. So give me your strengths. If you have one, that's great. If you have none, that's okay too. The purpose of this is to create a study guide for you. And then I also want you to write your weaknesses or areas that need to be addressed of 0001. Okay, and this is really where I want you to tell me, wow, I haven't been in a human growth and development class in 15 years. I'm really going to have to go back and study the range of developmental differences in students from early childhood through elementary years. I really am going to need to evaluate different various instructional technique or strategies or approaches. So basically 0001 focuses on human growth and development through early childhood through the elementary years. And then obviously if you're doing secondary, it's going to be through the secondary years. So identify your strengths and your weaknesses. And then down here, in addition, I want you to start doing some research. I want you to research any kind of articles, any kind of websites. There's so many great websites out there. Any kind of YouTube videos. And you need to start putting these in here and really building out this human growth and development page for this competency with lots of rich study materials for you. And then start adding those types of things in here and making your page just really kind of robust for a study guide. To add YouTube videos, you can click this mashup tool is really good. If you click this, hit YouTube, and then you search for a YouTube video. You can search by keywords, you can search by titles, anything like that. And then click go, and it'll bring up the options here, and then it'll give you a chance to submit by using the mashup tool. To insert a picture or an image, you use this one. To attach a file, you use this. And so really just kind of play around with this, make it as interactive and creative as you can to get this going, and do that with all three. And I'm going to go ahead and just submit what I have. Let me just walk you through. Let's say that I'm going to come over here and open a new tab, and let's just say that I want to look for videos on early childhood development. There's one right there. As you can see, I like classical music. I play the cello, and so I am always listening for music. So, okay, here we go. So I haven't even looked at this, but let's just go ahead and say that this is something that this is a good video. Wow, it's almost an hour long. But let's just say it has a really good, actually here's one that's probably even better down here. Let's say that we want to use this one because it's got some good information about refreshers, and it actually does look pretty good. So what I usually do is I take this after I do my search and I copy this URL. Let's go back to our wiki page, and let's just say I want to add this YouTube video so I can go back and study this competency. I use the mashup tool, and then I just paste that URL in there that I just found on YouTube, and it helps the search a lot more. And then hit go, and it looks like this is the one that it is. Sometimes the picture is different than what's on YouTube, but I didn't see that that was from Harvard, the education department at Harvard. So I'm going to select that one, and then I'm going to submit. Usually these defaults are good, so just press submit, and it embeds your video right down here. And you can do the same thing with images. You can do the same thing with websites, with other URLs. So there's a lot of stuff that you can use up here. So just kind of play around with it. And then I'm going to hit submit, and your wiki can be as long as you want. Students in my other classes have really lots and lots of information that helps them retain some of the knowledge that they're getting here. So hit submit, and look, there's your first page, your first page wiki right here. Okay, and do the same thing for competency 2. See here, competency 2 page will open. hit Edit Wiki Content. You can go back to your profile, your NES profile, click over here. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Click Domain 1. Your competency statement is down here. Click this, and it gives you your descriptive statements, gives you a sample item. You can copy all this and put it in there if you need to. So the purpose, again, of these wikis is for you to have one area that hits on all of the areas that you need to study and that outlines the strengths of that competency, that existing knowledge you may already have that you don't need to hit as much. And then also some of the areas that you find that, wow, it's been a while since I've taken a look at that type of information. And those are the areas that you need to hit a little bit more. So go ahead and get started this week on competency 1, 2, and 3. If you have any questions whatsoever, just send me an email and we'll either schedule a time to talk or something like that. But you're going to have lots and lots of support going forward through this. So just get in there, follow these step-by-step directions. And if you have any issues or you start to get frustrated with the technology or whatever, please just send me an email and I will be happy to walk you through this. But I think you'll really like it once you get over the learning curve of this. I think you'll really like this, and hopefully it'll be a tool that you'll be able to use in your classroom with your students as well. A lot of my students like it because it's just one central place. And then also your classmates get to look at your wikis too. So if you find a great resource, these are open to everybody. If you find a great resource that that you really want to share or you want to use, then it's important for all of us to be able to collaboratively study for the next 6-7 weeks as we go through this class. So anyway, I'm going to stop this recording now. Send me an email if you have any questions, and I look forward to looking at what you create. Thank you.